Interesting. No More Lonely Nights. And he said he'd be watching, so Paul, thank you very much indeed for sending that through to us first. Now, do you know the oldest newspaper in the world is the Barrows Journal? Did you know that? No. It is, but that's its claim. It's the oldest newspaper in the world, and recently I got a copy of it. In fact, a very recent copy, which had an item headlined, "The Toast of the Town." Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Val Biddle's Super Toast. Val of Brookside, Kempsey, couldn't believe her eyes one morning when her electric toaster apparently fired a well-browned slice into orbit. That's really true.
That's true, yes.
It just went, poof.
Yes. Right past our heads. And we never, ever found it.
You never found it? Well, that's the first part of this little featurette, is do you know where it went? The second part of it is, what's all this toast?
Well, just after this happened, I began to receive toast from all over the world.
It's true, it's true, yes. Where from?
The first one came from Cyprus.
Is that it there? Oh, it looks horrible. Yeah. How old's that?
Early June.
Oh. Right. Cyprus?
And the second one came from Berlin.
Yeah.
The third one came from Belgium. The fourth one came from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And about a fortnight ago, I had one posted at Orly Airport in Paris.
You haven't had one from Northamptonshire?
No, not yet.
No. I didn't know anyone in Toaster would send... So, obviously you don't know. You've got a practical joker who's sending you toast,
right.
but you don't know who that is.
I don't.
Well, we thought we'd take it a stage further. And obviously, if you do know who's sending these toaster, we'd love to know that. But here is the model of toaster that's been giving you so much interest. And as you can probably tell, it does like to send... When it has a fit, it really does like to send the old toast quite a way. Now, what we thought, and our super buds on the Late Late Breakfast Show thought, was that how about having a championship and see who can come up with a toaster that will do as well as ours. Now, this is our effort. Let's see if I can get it. Quiet, please. It's a very, very nerve-wracking moment. Now, have you got a toaster that could beat that? Could you build a toaster that could beat that? We would love to hear from you. Keep us toasted if you probably got it at Crumbs. Thanks very much for coming on. All those other ones, they'll be coming up in weeks ahead. Now, when we had this fellow Kevin come up on the wheel, he got the chance to be with the motorcycle display people. We sent him to Catterick in Yorkshire, where he met his instructor, David Burgess.
Well, Kevin, you know what they're stopping for?
No, not at all.
Well, I've got to say this is very dangerous. We require speed, accuracy and trust, because when two bikes close, they close at 80 miles an hour. I'm off.
Stand still! Right, Kevin, this is a Tiger 750. Throttle, brake, clutch and gear lever.
Okay, Kevin, it's a really heavy bike, so if you take the side stand off and get the feel of it.
This point is called the donut turn, and as you can see, it's all about motorcycle skill. Yes, fine. Now, this is the Isle of Man because of the symbol that they are trying to recreate on the back. Kevin's helmet. Now, they weren't very amused by that. Now, here's a bit of a problem because you've got to keep your balance at all times when you're doing the pyramid, and I think you can tell they're not amused. That's the supervisor there. Now, this was Kevin's punishment. They just basically flattened it. You obviously survived that.
Yeah, just about.
It's been an interesting week.
Very, yeah.
You had ridden a motorcycle before.
Yeah, but nothing anything like what I've been riding this week.
You look shell-shocked, my man. They're fairly powerful bikes.
Yeah, they are, 750cc.
Well, that was a bit of fun that we filmed there. Are you going to get it right in a minute?
I hope so.
Okay, so you hope so. So do we. So do all those other guys. You go and get ready, because I'm going to spin somebody up on the wheel right now. Now, of course, every Friday night, I go to bed very early in preparation for this show. I I'm in bed by 6. I wash behind my ears, I wax my legs, I get ready. And I thought, I wonder whether the whirly-wheelers, the potential whirly-wheelers, whether they have an early night, what they're doing on a Friday night. So most of the people on the wheel this week, I actually telephoned. I got on to Matt Trenholm, who told me he's an aeronautical engineer. He works on tornadoes, but in fact his favourite flying object is a puffin, would you believe? Sue Bishop, she says she likes to be excited and try new ideas. Just my luck, she was out and I didn't get her, I'm afraid. Jo Hamilton. Now, Jo must be watching at this very moment, balancing a bucket of water on her head, because she told me that if her name comes up, she's going to wet herself. Howard Foster, first flew 4 weeks ago. He'd like to play around with a jet plane. Sonia Rawlinson, she wants to tackle anything within reason but doesn't want to sing. Then I spoke to Helen Cotton. She loves water tobogganing and she wants to go on a hot air balloon across Europe, which shows that she's an ace loon. She'd be ideal for this. Kevin Fallon. Oh, yes, he told me his ambition was to play football at Wembley. Christine Lucas. Now, she's very keen on darts, and I asked her what was her highest score, and she said that she was at the Broadstone Hotel a couple of weeks ago playing darts, and her knickers fell down her trouser leg. I said, how did you score? She said, I scored very well that night. Anne Williams. She likes pubs. And Lynette Newbury, she is a mortuary technician. And I tried to phone her, but the line was dead. Let's give it a whirl! Which one of these 10 will I be talking to in a moment? Will it be someone who I was talking to last night? Let's have a look. Oh, Helen. Helen. It is Helen. It is Helen. And where was Helen? We'll find the file as well for Helen. Oh, there's her number. Nick is sorting out her file, so you get a chance to see what she looks like. And a quick run through. She's 21, lives Kettering, she's single, she's a banker, she likes the water tobogganing, and she would very much like to go around Europe on a hot air balloon. Sorry, I can't hear you because the audience is laughing. Sorry, what?
I said that isn't me.
Isn't... Nick! He said he dropped the file before he... Is that you?
Well, one of them is, not all of them.
Oh, which one's you?
Second along from the right.
Second, who's the bloke with you?
He was another cashier in Monte Carlo.
Oh, really? Oh, fine. Here we have the stump wheel for you. There's a whole lot of different things for you to do. One of these particular challenges will be yours, and you'll be doing it live on next week's show. I've also got somebody in the audience that will be partnering you in a moment. Let me spin this and find out, first of all, what you've got to do. Let's give it a whirl. There's an aerial fantasia. And over the moon. Pit stop in the balance, a fast freeze, greyhound racing, the Big Bang. Oh! Very good. Very good. Can you... little more supple next week. Subtlety was never... He's Nick's brother works that thing. I knew where it was going to stop. Obviously you didn't. You know what greyhound racing's about, don't you?
Well, roughly, but it doesn't sound very exciting.
It doesn't it?
No.
Oh, I'll get you in the mood. Have a look at these greyhounds. We've got nice pictures of greyhounds at Brighton Stadium there. No, a lovely doggy.
Those always bite me.
They always bite you?
Yeah.
Have you been to a greyhound stadium?
No.
You haven't? So you don't know whether it's exciting or not?
No, not really, but they might bite me.
Oh, no, they won't bite you. We'll look after you. We'll train you well. 6 possible partners in the audience. Could they all stand up, please? 6. You should know the form by now. We'll have a quick run across them, and then you'll be in charge of the camera. There's some possibilities there for someone to help you with the greyhound racing. Come across, just camera 1, swing around at your leisure. Helen will be in charge of the camera in a moment. So, I don't know what he's grinning at. Yeah, the gentleman there, he's very happy as well. Okay, I think that does it. Pull back. You are now in charge of camera 1, Helen. So, would you like to tell him where to go? Choose yourself a partner for next week.
Okay, go off to the left.
Keep telling him.
Well, keep going to the left.
Ooh, stroppy.
Up a bit. Up.
Up.
Okay, stop there.
Fine. What do you do, sir?
I'm a teacher.
God, that's going to be very helpful with greyhound racing. What's your subject?
Maths.
Maths.
Yes.
Are you interested in sport at all?
Oh yes, I do some marathon running.
You do some marathon running. Now this is where I'm trying to pretend I didn't know that, but I was well aware that he's very keen on sport, because the whole point is, Helen, you are not training greyhounds to race, you will be racing the greyhounds. So just before I get rid of you, and before he gets his hands on you to get you good and fit this week, what would you ideally like to chase?
Well, there's no answer to that, really, is there?
Oh, come on, there must be something that you'd like to chase. I mean, the greyhound's going to be after the hare, and then you've got to be after something else.
Oh. Well,
Do you
how
wanna
about you?
Pardon?
How about you?
So I have you singing. Cranfield! Oh, I got so excited at that I forgot I'm not supposed to move at this point, because we're going to go to Cranfield. Kevin!
I'm
and
glad you
Smithy!
remembered. Hello, Baron Von Smith here once again, and live on the Late Late Breakfast Show. Now it's the world's greatest motorcycle display team, the Royal Signals white helmets, with their trainee, Kevin Carruthers, in the red helmet. Watch them go. Here they go for a demonstration. The first thing that's going to happen is going to be the tableau, and here they come. That is 10 men on one motorcycle. And the motorcycle is specially strengthened so that it can take the extra weight. Kevin is just near to the top there in the orange overalls. You can't really miss him. And of course he's trying to earn a white helmet rather than the red helmet. Now the tricky thing here, of course, is throttle control. The bike isn't going that quickly, and it really is quite a balancing feat to keep everything together there. Quite often these things do fall apart if the bike hits a bump. We've got a nice smooth grass surface here. Now they swap over and get onto their own bikes for the jump ride. Now these bikes, of course, you've heard about them this evening. They are Triumph Tiger 750s, quite capable of doing 100 miles an hour in road trim. And they've just gone back into production, actually, after being out of production for a few years, as of August this year. Those guys lying in the middle are not just bored stiff, they're actually bored ramps. They are holding ramps for the bikes to jump over, and they've got a crossover as well. Watch this, there's Kevin. Beautifully done. Can be quite tricky because the wet from the grass can get onto the wheels of the bikes and make them very slippery when they get onto those ramps. Oh, are they going home? Oh, no, they're not. No, right. Oh, no, they're taking up new positions. This is for the jump out. And the bikes will come together in pairs here. Kevin should be the second pairing in. Watch for him coming up. Those poor guys holding the boards, if the bike wheels go out of line, are going to lose their fingers on this. But here they come. Over the ramp they come. And there's Kevin in this pair. Nicely done. Everybody's over beautifully and safely. Now this next manoeuvre is a particularly tricky one. When I was working at the Royal Tournament this year, in rehearsals, one of the members of the team broke a leg doing this manoeuvre. It is the crossover. It is exactly as it sounds. The bikes have to cross over in the middle of the arena doing some 40 miles an hour. Now Budgie, you saw training, or attempting to train, Kevin earlier on. He is Kevin's pair on this, the other half of his pairing, and he'll be the guy who has to be the cutter. The cutter is the chap who crosses over the back wheel of another bike. All become evident as they now part and head off to their respective ends of the arena. Kevin looking super confident. He does do a bit of motorcycle trials riding in his spare time, so he's quite used to controlling bikes, but certainly not this close together at these sort of speeds. Here they come. And there's Kevin. And they're all through safely. Now, I think one more attempt at that, just to prove that they can really do it. Keeping the spacing right, keeping the throttle control right, and they drive the bikes using the back brakes. There they are. And Kevin through safely once again. Now, Kevin has been complaining about how cold it is. I mean, I know, you know, with the end of September and everything, so we're going to heat him up a bit. He's going to take part in a barbecue, except that he's the meat on the fire. And that guy is just about to set fire to our hoop of fire. It is actually more like a wall of flame that they're going to have to drive through. There he goes. We lost the matches earlier on this afternoon, so we haven't been able to rehearse this at all. Kevin hasn't even looked at this. He's never practiced for it or anything. So this is his first look he's going to get at it, and he's the first one going through it, just trying to get those flames to take on the straw. I should say that's fairly well alight. Yeah. How would you like your bike done? Medium or rare? Here we go. And that really is hot. Oh, he's through. Well done. Well done. Two more members of the team to follow him through. And then they'll come round for the climax of this display. Whoop! And there should be one more to come through the wall of flame, which is now crumbling into quite a mass of flames. But they're all through safely. Now, to finish up with, this is the 22-man pyramid. Well, in fact, I tell a lie. It's 21 men and one woman. There is the one woman in the other orange suit there. That, of course, is Pixie Lewis, who says she likes doing a bit of amateur motorcycle racing. She also liked the heights of the barnstorming. So we've combined the two here, and she is going to have to ride the top of the pyramid. Kevin is at the bottom. He is the second bike from the right of your picture with his red crash helmet on. There he is, taking some of that weight that's being spread actually across just 4 bikes there with 2 outriders to give a bit of balance. Tricky bit coming up. Out go the arms. They're all just hanging on by their feet now. Poor old Kevin getting the weight on his shoulders completely. And they have to go round this corner. The outside guy running quicker and quicker. The inside guy riding very slowly. And he's falling down over his arms.
Well, if you'd like to do something like that, I need to hear from you. I need your name and your telephone number and a few details about you to put you on that wheel. Also, don't forget, we've got the huge hooter hunt on at the moment. I'd like some home videos from you as well. If you've got a toaster that you think can beat my toaster... Great stuff. Thank you very much. And I'd like to hear from you. My thanks to Boy George for joining us. And I hope you'll join me and say, oh, see you next week.